YouTube, welcome back to Maxwell Starr's Beer Reviews. Special guest Heist Almighty. You got Rava in the back corner here, celebrating a very special 1-year anniversary of Maxwell Starr's Beer Reviews. That's right, on this day in 2011, I started doing beer reviews. As such, I figured I'd want to celebrate with something extra special that I had been storing away for the last year. On a trip that I went down to Nova Scotia on just before I started doing beer reviews, and actually that's why a lot of my first reviews were from Nova Scotia beers, I picked up a bottle of Chimay. Now, I also picked up a second bottle of Chimay that I decided, hey, I'm going to keep it for a year. Taking that kind of nod from one thing that Al Harlock was doing on Hogley Beer Reviews, my inspiration for this channel, and that he was aging a bottle. So I figured I'd do the exact same thing, and now for the 1-year anniversary of the channel, I'm going to take a look at the results. So right now here I've got a December 2010 bottle of Chimay Grande Reserve, their Belgian Strong Dark Ale.
It is now April 2012.
April 2012. I started last April. This one here comes in at 9% ABV. Now I've already recorded a review of this beer before, and it was a fresh bottle right at that point in time. I think it was still a 2010 bottle, so it was like 6 months old when I did the review of it back in July.
Right.
But this time, gonna take a look at something that's been sitting stored away for a year. So let's pop the cork off of this thing and celebrate.
Cork, eh?
Yeah, a cork bottle of beer. Yeah.
Kablamo.
Kaburma. Kaburma. Give you some. As a thank you for being patient with me. Give me some, because I want some damn beer.
Beer, yeah?
Beer. And I'm going to give
one for your lovely assistant.
One for my lovely assistant, Neely. Who I love because she loves me.
Professional hand model.
Yes.
Professional hand model. She's do the hand dance. A little more than I do.
Yeah, I'll sit down and drink this as I watch the Penguins oddly rape the Flyers.
Yeah. Well, right now, the time that this is being recorded, which is in advance of the actual date of the anniversary, is the night where Pittsburgh is blasting Philadelphia. They're down 3-0 in the series, and right now I think it's in the second period, and they're winning.
I think we're going to Game 5.
Yeah, I think we're going to Game 5. Anyway, let's take a look at this thing. I'm expecting that because it's been aged for a year, that this thing is going to be a little bit more mellow than last year's bottle, which was absolutely damn tasty. But very, very mellow. Or sorry, very, very harsh in certain senses, where a lot of the taste and the alcohol were kind of a little on the biting side, grating almost. But, you know, a damn good beer. So, let's take a look. Color-wise, it pretty much looks exactly the same, where it's got that dark appearance. Not like a midnight dark, but it's more like a dark iced tea. Like a mulled apple cider, not like the alcoholic apple ciders, but like a mulled with lots of cinnamon in it. But this has got a lot of, it's very hazy. And
there's some floaties, really.
Yeah, a lot of floaties, and very dark in appearance. It's perhaps not quite as dark as like what Trois Pistoles is, but it's still quite dark. Very muddy brown, with an off-white head. And it really shows here too for the anniversary too. I think Diego's farting around here as well.
Here, yeah.
Probably stoned on catnip. Or either that or you tired him out with that little plastic mouse.
I do my job.
Yeah.
Alright, so.
Alright.
Tannish head. Climb the wall? Alright, that's cool.
Give it a sniff here.
One thing
fruity. Very fruity, and one thing you do notice is it's almost like a biting amount of yeasty smell in there as well.
There's the end of the second, only 9.3.
Only 9.3 after 2. But it's very fruity. It's got this, I mean, there's like a hint of dark malt, but there's also it's got this like fruits like plums and prunes and
yeah, dark red fruit, some musty yeast. That's pretty much what we got for a smell.
Really liking that. Now, I haven't noticed. It doesn't seem like it's less pronounced or a little less harsh than last year's. I imagine that would mostly come out in the taste. It's very nice still. I really love the smell of this beer. This is one of my favorite all-time beers.
It's Belgian-y smelling.
Belgian-y smelling, and it's really nice and raisiny. Like raisins and prunes and plums, and I said that already. Anyway, let's get to the taste.
Oh, raisin syrup.
Don't like it?
Belgian is not my favorite in the world. Everyone goes on and on about how awesome the Belgians are, and they are, but it's, I don't know, it's just not my thing, man.
Well, whatever, man. It's just like your own opinion. While I'm really enjoying this, though, and it's got like a, let's see, very, very fruity taste. Very dry from the yeastiness, and it almost finishes with a little bit of a hint of cocoa in the dry finish.
This is definitely an experience. Now, aging in a year, how do you think it stacks up?
It tastes very much the same as what it did last year. I think that some of the harshness has been kind of mulled off. I can't say that it's really become a lot more complex. I mean, I haven't sat down and had a bottle of this since like last fall. But it's not tasting like it's a huge amount more complex than I was expecting. And the only thing I could say for it is that it's mellowed out to the point where it's a little less. It's not as harsh, not as grating.
Yeah.
It's still quite on the rough side.
For the strength of it, I'm not tasting a lot of booze. Other than the gold Chimay, I think that the spiciness and the sweetness in this are much more in balance.
Very much so. I mean, you get those tastes of like clove and a little bit of coriander and maybe not so much coriander, but like a nutmeg and a...
Yeah, but the gold was a spice bomb. And
yes.
This is not.
No.
This is a plum bomb.
Plum bomb. Plum bomb. What do you think, honey?
Yeah, it's good.
Does it taste like what do you remember from last year and now till now?
Maybe it's just me, but that first bit of it seems harsher to me.
It is almost kind of strange in that sense, where it doesn't seem like the harshness has died off quite as much as I was expecting.
But other than that, it tastes like the Chimay I loved last year.
Yeah. I mean, it tastes just as good as I remembered. But it's almost like I didn't get a lot of the mellow, like any kind of... Other than maybe being a little bit mellowing, and I can't say that that's something that's almost my own imagination that's saying that or not. It almost does... Like, this almost tastes like what it did last year.
Yeah, exactly.
Maybe I didn't wait on this long enough. I mean, it has been stored away in a cool, dry place for the last 12 months, but I don't know.
How much longer would you have to wait, really?
Well, you can age these things almost indefinitely, I believe, and generally I think they get better and better up until you hit like 2-3 years. Now, I don't have another 2010 bottle stored away, so I gotta say that it's pretty much the same. It's still harsh in places, but it's still just as good as last year's, and it's still... It may have mellowed out a little, but that could be just me, my mind playing tricks on me.
I mean, while this isn't my favorite style in the entire world, it definitely is world class.
Definitely. Oh, for sure.
You can tell that the care and the quality that went into this is just it's in a league of its own, really.
Anyway, you want to sit down with this one for a bit?
Sure.
All right. Do you think? Yeah, might have to. We're already sitting down.
Gonna be a while to get through this.
Yeah. All right, we'll be right back.
We'll be back in the third period. Cheers.
And we're back with a year-old bottle of Chimay Grande Reserve. So, what do we think about this one? I don't know about you, but I liked it. I know it's not your kind of beer, but...
No, the red fruit and the kind of molassesy brown sugar thing isn't really my thing, but, I mean, it's obviously a good beer.
It's a beer that is, in effect, right up my alley. It's just something I really like. However, for the 1-year aging process, gotta say that I'm almost somewhat disappointed that it's not quite as mellow as I was really hoping for.
As an experiment, it's kind of underwhelming.
Yeah, as an experiment, it's kind of underwhelming, and I'm almost wishing I had another bottle of this or two that I would have kept in storage, just because I'd like to know what it would taste like after 2 years or 3 years. If that's the true mellowing point, yes, sorry. If that's the true mellowing point of something like this, then I don't think we've really reached out with 1 year. But, oh well. Maybe at some point in the future, if I'm still doing beer reviews after 4 years from now or something.
Alright, we'll go get some more of these and put them on.
Yeah.
Put them in the cellar for 2-3 years.
We'll just put them in a time machine and then click the button for 4 years.
That doesn't
and then take
work.
them out.
Oh wait. Okay, when you
Automatically aging machine, you mean?
when you go slower through time or through space, you go faster through time. So we'll put them in some sort of super slow space machine.
Yes. We have. Well, we don't have the technology.
Relativistic physics, man.
Alright.
Relativistic physics.
Put it in a giant sling. We'll swing it around the Earth really fast.
No, we want to go really slow.
No, you have to.
Well, in the opposite direction. You know, like that thing Superman did to go in the future?
That doesn't actually work, man. That was just a movie.
Or was it?
Superman was drawn by a pencil.
So Superman was drawn by a pencil.
All right. So what do we think?
I liked it. It still gets a 4.5 out of 5 for me, but as far as the aging process goes, I'm a little on the disappointed side because I was expecting something a little bit more mellower than what I got.
I want to say 4.
You gonna say 4?
I'm gonna say 4.
Yeah, I know. That's just your opinion, man.
It is my opinion.
What do you think?
It's still excellent. I would still give it a 4.5, but I would give the aging process a bit of 1 out of 10.
Yeah. Well, you know what? It might be better after a year. Like, sorry,
What?
another year.
You know what? You
Derp.
might not need to.
I don't know. I think this is something that's still worth saving for more than this amount of time, but I really think that holding it onto it for 1 year may not yield the same results that you'd wish to have if you were to, cellar this for a longer time. If you're going to plan on cellaring some bottles of Chimay Grande Reserve, try it for a little bit more than a year. Go for like 2 years or 3 years, because that's really the sweet spot.
Or so we think.
Or so we think. Well, you don't even like this beer.
Yeah, but once you leave it for 2 or 3 years, probably a good chance you're going to forget about it.
Mm.
And then you're going to move out, and somebody else is going to have it.
I'm taking it with me, man.
This isn't my favorite beer in the world, but it did make my face go numb.
So
well,
there's
you're welcome. Alright. Anyway, it still gets a 4.5 from me. 4 from High Still Mighty. 4.5 from Wub over there. Thanks, guys, for watching, and thanks guys.
Name.
Yes, you have a name. Thanks, everyone, for watching my channel for the last year.
It's not my name.
Shut up!
It's not my name.
Shut up! Catch you.
Cutting with your rock line.
Alright.
Cheers.
Alright, cheers, guys. Thanks for watching the channel from the last year. It really means a lot. I'm going to talk to you later, and the cat is having a hairball. For God's sakes.
Word.
No, he's scratching your back.
Scratching my bag. What the hell?